back, everyone, to the channel. Got some news of the bus. Not what I was wanting to hear, but it's news. So we'll see what's going on with the bus. And I'm inside my tent because it's windy outside and my microphone system quit working. So I'm going to have to order another one. I've got one in the bus, but it may be faster to order one off Amazon than it would be to get one out of the bus. But first, it's getting close to dinner time, and I'm not for sure what for dinner tonight. And I really want to thank my neighbors they are taking great care of me and feeding me. They would feed me 3 meals a day, but I'm over here looking at them and. Yeah, they're going after it. They're cooking and people everywhere. So let's see what's for dinner. Then we'll have news of the bus after dinner. Well, here's tonight's dinner. Sorry about the wind noise again, but what's it got? Brisk lemonade, lemon tea, ranch. Any idea what's underneath here? Oops! Look at there. Garlic Parmesan chicken wings. Oh boy, those look really good. And somebody I know is going to like the bones. Aren't you? He said, hurry up and feed me some bones. You want some bones? No, he said, I want the whole thing. So we're going to enjoy these thanks to our neighbors across the way that have been feeding me this week. So that's very nice of them. And I appreciate it. And Zen said those chicken legs have a little bit of spice to them. I want to put out a special thanks to some subscribers that are here in camp. They were here last year and I met them, and they subscribed to the channel. So I want to say thanks again, Johnny and Sharon, for bringing some Hostess coffee cakes and bacon dog strips. Can you tell which one's for me? Yep. We're going to Cedar City, and they asked if you need anything. I said, no, I'm pretty well set up. I got a Walmart order placed for tomorrow. And I said, but you can never go wrong with just bringing snacks for me and the dog. And so, snacks for me and the dog. Thank you once again. I do want to say this. Those are the best chicken wings I have, I think, ever eaten. Those are amazing. Oh, garlic Parmesan had a little bit of spice to them, but man, they were good. I think I wound up eating 11, 12, something like that. there was a bunch of them, but they were good. So we're going to walk down here, and I'm just walking behind the phone because that's, again, my mics are out. We're going to try to slow down the amount of wind noise we have by walking through the aspen trees and doing our thing. But let's talk about the bus. All right, news of the bus. I called the mechanic today, and it's Steve. I got a hold of the owner. He is Steve. And I said, what's the news of my bus? He goes like, well, I'm glad you called. He said, it's not good. And I said, what? I said, what about my part? He goes like, well, the company they use is called Wabco, W-A-B-C-O, and that's the name of the manufacturer that made the brake part. He said, we've been in touch with Wabco, he said, every day. And he said, what they're having to do, he said, they're having to make the part. So I was under the assumption that the part that I had on pictures was readily available. Well, evidently, with my luck, it's not. And so I'd be interested to see when the bus gets done what the part number is and see what it actually looks like. But he said that Wabco was having to make the hydraulic brake unit, which is, he said, anywhere from, they told him, 10 to 12 weeks out. And he goes, no. He said, you cannot do that long. I'm not doing my customer like that. I'm not making them stay out of his home for that long. We need to rush this thing and get it done. So the part was ordered, and then evidently Wabco said, well, we're going to have to make it. And that's when he said, like, nope, you're going to have to put a rush on it. We've already paid for the part. The customer is not going to be out of his bus for 12 weeks. Well, so they said, okay. So they're doing some finagling, and today is the 15th of July. So they told Steve, they said, all right, estimated ship date, July 28th. So that's actually about 7 weeks from the shipping date instead of a week and a half like it was first mentioned. So, yeah. So that's not the news I wanted to hear, because that means that I will probably get my bus, hopefully, before my birthday in August. Yeah. Man. Well, you know, that's what happens when you're dealing with an old, obsolete system. But kind of like this bathroom. Old and obsolete, but it's got some grandeur and beauty to it. I like that. I'm glad they left that here. But back to the bus. Yep. So 3 weeks before the part arrives, maybe 3.5. So we'll see what happens. Yep. Maybe by my birthday, which is August 10th, maybe I'll have my bus back. Wouldn't that be a great birthday present? To have my home back, you know, where I could actually live in it. So that's the news of the bus. Like I said, it's not what I wanted to hear, but it's news. And I'm glad that I got things kind of straightened out, because I was, you know, under the impression that, like I said, it was easy made, click and order and send. But not. So we're going to enjoy the rest of the day. The chicken wings were, like I said, just amazing. Had some rain this evening or this afternoon off in the distance. That's over where the fire, the France Canyon fire that was been burning for the last month. So hopefully they got some rain on that fire that's heading towards Bryce. But there is a chance of rain. There's a couple of clouds kind of sneaking over the mountaintop. But that's going the opposite way. Usually what we look for is what comes up behind these trees, and it looks pretty clean, pretty green, but man, there's no rain. We haven't had any rain for a month. But that's the news of the bus. So we'll say it is what it is, again, as some other people, you know, like to use that phrase. We'll just have to deal with what there is, and just be thankful that I broke down in the place that I did, that I can actually work and make some extra money, because the way it's going, I'll have 2 more paychecks in the bank account before the bus is ready. So that'll help. But again, if you want to go ahead and click on the GoFundMe link, please do. Like I said, it's just voluntary, and appreciate anything that would come in just to help offset. But looks like another 3 to 4 weeks of living in the tent before I get my bus. Oh, and I did make my Walmart order for tomorrow. Everybody's probably saying, like, man, how's he living out of that tent? Well, the Walmart order has clothing involved with it. Socks, pants, and different things, because I didn't bring enough clothes. I thought maybe, we'll just be out here a couple weeks. I didn't know it was going to be, almost 10 weeks before I get my bus back. So, got some clothes coming in the wind. So thanks everybody for watching. Wish the news was better, but at least that is news, and we'll see you guys on around the campsite.